Good evening, I'm Maurice Dubois. John Dickerson is reporting tonight from Washington on the House vote to end the government shutdown. John.
And Maurice, we will also have the latest on the Epstein files, but we begin on this brisk night with the 43rd and we believe final night of the government shutdown. Members of the House have rushed back to Washington and they're voting tonight on a Senate-passed bill to reopen the government. Caitlin Huey-Burns is following the drama on the Hill and joins me. Caitlin?
Good evening, John. Well, this shutdown has made history in all the wrong ways, causing so much pain across the country and hitting the poorest Americans the hardest. Tonight, the House returns to vote for the first time since this all began, and they will likely put it all to an end.
After 53 days out of session today, the House finally gaveled back in.
The House will be in order.
Lawmakers overcame shutdown-induced flight delays in time for the high-stakes vote to reopen the government.
We believe the long national nightmare will be over tonight. It was completely and utterly foolish and pointless in the end, as we said all along.
The shutdown was the longest in American history and the first time ever that the government didn't fully fund its food assistance program to feed roughly 42 million Americans, leading to long lines at food pantries across the country.
If there's anything I can take away from this, and others will too, is to always expect the unexpected and to be, to have a safety net in place.
Members of Congress were paid in full, while Capitol Police weren't. Air traffic controllers also missed paychecks, causing chaos at the nation's airports. And even when the government reopens, it will take several days for things to return to normal.
Everybody wants to see their family, so to basically, let's get it together, like she said.
The bill would fund the government through the end of January, reverse thousands of federal employee layoffs, and pay back nearly 700,000 furloughed workers. House Democrats are largely united against the bill and remain furious at their Senate counterparts for passing it earlier this week without extending health care subsidies.
I think the American people got a raw deal. 20 million Americans are going to see their premiums skyrocket. I don't think they like the fact that we didn't fight hard enough.
Now, next month, the Senate will take up the bill to extend those health care subsidies. But, John, the House has not committed to do so. So today, Democratic leaders came up with a plan to try to force the House to take a vote. But it's unclear at this point whether there will be enough Republicans to sign on to it.
Indeed. Caitlin Huey-Burns, great to see you. Thank you. The shutdown set a record a week ago and added to it every day since, adding to the suffering it caused as well. I asked House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries about that in our exclusive interview today. Was it worth having the fight going on as long as it did to shut down the government?
Fighting for the health care of the American people, fighting to drive down the high cost of living, fighting to lift up the quality of life of everyday Americans will always be worth it. It's unfortunate that Republicans have decided that they were going to shut the government down. They decided to rip away SNAP benefits from 42 million Americans when the money existed to make sure that not a single person went hungry. They decided that they would rather find $40 billion to bail out Argentina, but can't find a dime to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
So the short answer is yes, the shutdown was worth it.
The short answer is shutdowns are never things to be embraced. And unfortunately, Republicans decided to embrace a shutdown with their complete control of government rather than sit down with Democrats and find a bipartisan path forward.
You mentioned that of those 8 Democrats in the Senate who voted ultimately with Republicans to end the shutdown, you said they're going to have to explain themselves. What does that mean?
Well, they're going to have to explain their vote, just like all of us when we go back home into our districts, if you're a member of the House, or whether you represent an entire state, as is the case in the United States Senate, and explain their votes to the American people.
Because when you say they have to explain themselves, it makes it sound like they've got something to explain.
We all
Not
have
just,
to, well,
I'm sure you all have to explain.
Yeah,
but
John, we all, listen, on every single vote, particularly high-profile votes, we all have to explain ourselves to our constituents. And, it's not for me to explain why someone in the United States Senate decided to break from a majority of their colleagues and partner with Republicans.
Well, one of the things we hear is, we wanted you to fight. You were fighting, and then you gave up in the end.
Well, House Democrats are in this fight until we win this fight. This fight is not over for us. We're just getting started.
Did you find any allies during the shutdown on this question, either health care or SNAP benefits or anything that either surprised you or that you've been able to work with on the other side of the aisle? 3
words, Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's been very clear that this health care crisis is not made up, it's real. Republicans have no health care plan, and that Democrats are correct in fighting to extend the Affordable Care Act tax credits.
6 months ago, if I'd said to you, Leader Jeffries, Marjorie Taylor Greene is who you're going to be quoting as your ally on anything, would you have said, oh, that makes sense?
I would have said I have a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn.